mentioned I've been going to renovate my back summer kitchen. We've owned this house for about 4 years, and I had different plans for this. It's like an add-on that was done way back when the house was built in 1850, and summer kitchen, for those of you who may not know, although what they used to do, because of course they had no hydro, right? They would have their stove on the outside, and they'd have like a wall and everything and a door to keep the heat out of the house, more or less, where they would cook in the summer kitchen. And the thing I can't figure out myself is why they would have a summer kitchen and then move the stove back into the house, because that's apparently what they used to do for winter, and then block it off. Like, why wouldn't you just leave this door shut in the summer and then open this door in the wintertime and leave everything where it is? I don't know. But anyways, whatever the reason that is, they just felt they didn't need this extra space all winter. But long story short, when I first came here, the fella that I bought the house from, like me, is a bit of a pack rat, and I couldn't even get in here. And looks like I haven't done much better. I had this full of junk all over the years too. I was using it as a shop. It was going to be my wood shop, and unfortunately, through all the miscellaneous jobs that we've had on the go and renovations, things just get kind of plugged here and there. But you can see where the old sink used to be, and like there was a water hookup at one time. And I'm going to save this sink. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but it's kind of neat looking, and I kind of like antiques too, so I might even see if it's in good enough shape. I might even incorporate it into our kitchen here, because my wife's doing a lot of canning. She does need a fair-sized sink for preparation and that, you know. And if you're doing dishes and everything else, it's kind of a hassle all the time to do that. So as you can see, I got a lot of junk to sort through here, and products of where I used to work. And the drywall, of course, is going to be hung up. And the original wood trim isn't actually in too bad a shape, so I'm actually planning on leaving it. I'm going to clean it up as best I can, and because of course this room's never been heated and we just use it as storage. It's gotten kind of dirty back here over the years, and actually it's been this way for probably 20 or 30 years, because nobody that I'm aware of has ever actually really used this room in a long time. But it's still in reasonably good shape, so I'm going to try and sand it down a bit, clean it up and repaint it. And we're going to rip down all this plaster because it's shot, and I'm going to put new drywall up, much like I did upstairs. And I'll probably put like a border or something in there and paint it two-tone and brighten this room right up. And the wood trim is still in really, reasonably good shape too. And I'm going to actually try and salvage the old door for now, because I just, I'm on a budget. I can't do everything. And I'm going to fix the window pane that was broke, and patch up where I can and try and fix it up, put a new door handle in, and put some new weather stripping around. And this will be used like it has been, like our cubby hole, for some wood there. And I'm going to get these old windows fixed up for now, until I am planning on replacing a new window here when I can afford it. And I might put a new window back in here somewhere. It'd be nice to have one, maybe next year. And the ceiling is going to be coming down. This is just aspenite. That there was a leak in the roof there. So it's still a cathedral ceiling, which is good for a cook stove. You can see where the old chimney used to be. I'm going to have to rip all this out and put a new chimney in. And I think that peak goes up, I'm going to guess it's almost at least 10, maybe 11 feet, maybe more than that. So that'll be great for my height clearance. And I'm also going to put a wall right here, because she's not actually going to use all this as a kitchen area. I'm going to make like a sewing room in here for her, a craft room or whatever, and it'll be a nice room for her that way. And I'll fix that window as best I can until I can replace it. And this used to be a door actually going to the outhouse that used to be on the back, which has been ripped off since, and that's been boarded over. So I thought I might build that outhouse section back on, and she can have it as a closet. Open it back up. As far as I know, they never went to the tax assessment and took off that square footage, so as far as I'm concerned, if I'm paying taxes on it, I might as well use it. One of the first things I had to do was screw down the roof. It was all buckling up in that from the ice, and I've got to finish the soffits and all that across in here and put some new wood up. I started up at the top there, and I'm going to finish doing the strapping and seal it up for winter. Because what happens here is we get a lot of ice build up on our roofs and that, and then they go sliding right down and crash. And we had a real good year for ice, unfortunately, and it hit so hard it actually crushed some of that roof there, and I've had to fix it. And it actually, you'll notice this wood is new here, it actually busted the piece, it buckled right off and flew right off. That's how hard it hit. So it's kind of one of those things, you can get the clips that you can put on to keep the ice from falling down, but if it builds up too much, then you get too much weight in your roof. So I'd rather have it slide down and know when it's coming than have a roof cave in, and it does happen around here. I must have seen, usually it's on barns more. There was about 3 or 4 barns this winter I saw the roof caved in. Some of them were newer too. Matter of fact, the newer ones are worse because they don't have a very steep roof on them, these pole barns, as opposed to the older style bank barn where they go really high up, where they make use of all that for storing hay. They're actually not as bad for that. That's my project today, is to do the cleanup. Just get all this room emptied out. Most of this stuff's going to the dump anyways. And it's all little stuff, that's the problem though. Collecting some antique tools over the years. A couple little things like that. Got some older cast iron pots that I said I'd fix. Well, they've been sitting here since I bought the house. I think I started that one in our apartment actually. I know she wants those back, but now that we have the cook stove, we'll be using all cast iron again. There's a nice small one there, I forgot we had that one. And of course, as I do all this, I'll be showing you the stages. I'm going to have to do some insulating in this one. The walls will be alright because when they redid the house they put the styrofoam insulation on the outside, and I don't want to get into ripping all that nice wood trim off either. So that's that. I hate renovations. Anyways, I guess I got to do them. I couldn't afford to pay a contractor $10,000 to do this, so. Besides, now I get to make YouTube videos doing it.